All right. This is Adam Gorney kicking off the Rival Signing Day show with Arkansas coach Sam Pittman. And Sam, we were just talking off the air. December's crazy. February, still a little busy, though. Which one do you prefer, and how do you want this to play out in the future?
Well, I'd actually like to have a signing date that would be the Monday after our last game, which is Thanksgiving weekend, and have it be for high school athletes only, and then open the portal up the next day, and then keep the other two just like they are now, where you can sign portal and high school kids. But I just think that we're not able, with the portal, we're coming back on campus too much. We're not able to get out as much as we need to and give the high school coaches and players the respect. But this one here started at 7, and for us was over at 7:01.
Right.
It's kind of the Shamar Easter day for us, and but we ended up signing 20 high school kids and currently 10 from the portal. So and we have more to give, obviously in April. So, but it was a great day. It's our coaches are in there. We've got a couple of new coordinators, so they're in there working with the staff on what we're trying to get accomplished there. But it was a good day, great day, because we needed to get Shamar signed, and we did.
Let's start there. He'd been committed for such a long time, doesn't sign in December, which sometimes could be concerning, sometimes not. I guess he wanted to sign in February with some teammates and wait a little bit. The tight end room that you're bringing in, Shamar Easter, Luke Haas, what do you see from those guys? A little bit different of players, too.
They are. Shamar probably be a little bit more of a vertical threat. Luke is tough. Certainly, comes from a really good high school program. I think he'll be he'll have an opportunity to play for us early because I think he's just tough and he'll get big enough to do that. Shamar is also very physical, but if you look at him, you could split him out and throw one-on-one balls to him and things of that nature. We were able to go watch him play basketball, and he's a very, very good athlete. But we think we hit the jackpot. Did a really good job signing both Luke and Shamar.
Let's talk about your offensive line class, because there are some big boys there, all 300 plus pounds. You're an offensive line coach. It's your specialty. Is that your philosophy? You want to get the biggest guys in, or is this just sort of what's needed for this group?
Well, I want to get the biggest guys that can move. I think the first thing that you check on an offensive lineman is how hard does he play? Does he have good feet? If he has good feet. Now there's a size criteria, obviously, but I want to know how tough he is. How hard does he play? You need to see that on tape, because I don't think that we can change a kid dramatically. I think that he either has that heart to play hard, that he's tough, or he's not. There's a lot of great high school coaches out there as well. But the feet are a big factor, and then how does he use his hands? That's a big deal. If all those check, then you're probably going to have a great player if he has the size. This is a big man's league. A slow-footed offensive lineman can't function in the SEC. As long as he can get his second step up the field and on the ground, I think that size then would go was as biggest and the baddest we can get at that point.
Yeah. You loaded up at DB, but let's talk linebacker, because I think this is a special group for you guys. Carson Dean is a guy that I love,
Yeah.
long, rangy, can definitely play. And then Alex Sanford is a guy that I think kind of got maybe a little under-recruited. You guys did a great job targeting him out of Oxford. Talk about those guys and Brad Spence along, too.
Yeah, I think Mike Shear, who's now the defensive coordinator at UNLV, I think he did a great job of recruiting these guys, and I think Spence is very, very talented at rushing the passer. Especially, you hit it on Sanford. I believe that his best ball is still ahead of him. Very physical guy, can run, got a great build on him. And then, of course, Carson Dean is an athletic guy. Now, we've seen him and Spence are here now And we've seen a lot of athleticism out of Dean in the weight room through his verticals and broads and things of that nature. Very strong kid, comes from a great high school program.
You said during your signing day press conference in December that, you had an in-home and the news had gotten out that Barry Odom had gotten the UNLV job, and you were happy for him, but you kind of pulled some parents aside and said, hey, this is happening tomorrow. We just want to let you know. Some coaches might not have done that. Some coaches might have done the opposite, actually. Is that just how you're going to run the program? You're going to be upfront. You're going to be honest about things, and that will help in recruiting, that honesty?
Well, I think we owed it to him.
Yeah.
It's hard to be, hey, trust me when you start out and they don't trust you, and so actually Barry had interviewed at Tulsa and decided not to take that job, or what. I don't know what happened there, but we were together a couple days and I thought, well, everything's good. And then he called me the next morning and talked about UNLV offered him the head coaching job, which is wonderful for him. And we were excited and happy for him and his family. But at that point, I wanted the parents to handle the young man however they wanted to. So in each and every place that we stopped after that, which was 5 homes, I just pulled them aside and said, hey, this evening, tomorrow, whatever the day it was, he's going to be announced the head coach. I want you to know it. And I'm asking you to trust me that we'll replace him with a quality man and a good football coach, just like he was.
We talked a little bit briefly about the portal timeline, at least. There's no use to complain about it. How do you use it best for your situation? And like I think you said, you're going to lose some, you're going to gain some, and that goes into a whole lot of roster management. How do you kind of see this moving forward?
Well, I would like, me personally, I would like for the portal to be closed until we sign our high school first time, give it opportunity for the high school kids to get signed. I would like that. After that, we're swapping players, and certainly, I think the first portal was open, in my opinion, way too long. I think that it needs to be closed down, maybe similar to what April 15 to December 1 is going to be in the spring, maybe a couple of weeks open there. And I understand there's got to be exceptions because of playoff teams, things of that nature. But I just think that the portal is a good thing. I believe that. I just think the timing of where it is right now is a little bit off, and I think it's hurting high school recruiting.
Last thing, have you come down yet from the Liberty Bowl win? Because I honestly think that was one of the best bowl games, not only of this year, but of recent memory. It was just an incredible game.
Yeah, wasn't that a great game? Kansas certainly played extremely well. It's one of those that you hate to see either one lose the game. Certainly, well, I didn't want to say us lose it,
Right.
but once we had the ball called a fumble, we never got it back, until overtime, and I think when we scored first in the third overtime with the 2-point, maybe hopefully we put a little pressure on them to have to do it as well. But it was a fun, great Rand Liberty Bowl. Is been there for a long time. Great Rand Bowl, a lot of great people there, and certainly I've come down. Can you imagine losing that game? I mean, it'd be terrible, And we were able to win, have a winning season. Been invited to bowls 3 years in a row. Won the ones that we played. So we're heading the right direction. Excited about this class and excited about being here as a head coach at Arkansas.
That is Arkansas coach Sam Pittman. Sam, thanks for joining us.
All right. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate you.